kids were young, every year for my birthday they would make, with help from my mother, a poster which in some form or the other, the basic goal of which was to mock me. There'd be, pictures of me as an infant in the crib raising philosophical questions, whatever. If I had to boil it down to a slogan, I'd say something like, the life worth living is a life in which you strive to make yourself happy and you strive to make others happy. So the poster is filled with just a series, whatever it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 limericks like that, based either on things that we had talked about. If we were to ask professionally, what is it that I do? I'm a philosopher, I'm a moral philosopher. That is to say, the area of philosophy that I specialize in is ethics, and I teach philosophy. This one actually barely constitutes mockery, but the story is when Ari, my son, was fairly young, over dinner one day, it came up. I made some reference to one of my books. I probably said, I said something like, well, one of my books I said blah, blah, blah. And so when Ari was very young, he said, Daddy's written books, or you've written books. People sometimes think that what happened over dinner growing up, in my house, was that we talked about philosophy problems, right? Oh, Kant's transcendental, critique of, What we tended to do more of was take something that was puzzling somebody, and I turned it into a philosophical pursuit of that issue. And then he went, oh, wait a minute, I knew that you had written books. Now, the title of my first book is The Limits of Morality. But he couldn't remember the title. And so as he's striving to come up with it, he came up with The Limericks of Mortality. Right? Okay, now once that phrase was out, everybody in my family was just captivated by the idea of making limericks out of some of the philosophical questions that we had discussed on various occasions, typically over dinner, over the years. I actually believe that being a decent and successful parent is a very, very notable achievement. And so we sat around the table for a while, making up little limericks half-heartedly. But then when my birthday came around, this is what they gave me for my birthday present. They had systematically sat down and tried to produce things in actual limerick forms, having to do with discussions that we'd had. And they made this poster, and then later my wife had it framed so it wouldn't get destroyed. Anybody can have sex and have a kid. What's hard work is taking that blob of protoplasm, or it's more involved than that, but newborn baby, and turning them into an interesting, caring, loving, satisfied individual, curious, and yet not just only self-regarding. Getting the right balance between that, not give them the space to become their own person, and yet giving them the guidance without screwing them up. The fact this is hard work, and the fact that a lot of people seem to pull it off, that I don't think in any way belittles the magnitude of the achievement, and it's certainly for me been a source of tremendous and ongoing pleasure and satisfaction. So. It's played a very big role, and one of the reasons why I consider myself to have had and to continue to have such a wonderful life. We spent a lot of time arguing once about when you're in a car, are you inside or are you outside?